Do you have trouble telling whether or not you've picked the right partner? This video today is going to be particularly helpful if you have teenagers, young adults, or maybe you yourself have had trouble finding the right partner in the past. And I'm going to cover 15 different questions to ask yourself to help you in mate selection, because if you don't know it, mate selection is hugely important. You pick the wrong person, you could regret it the rest of your life. You can make some major life decisions, disastrous choices if you're not careful. And so this video today is designed to help you prevent some of that kind of stuff. So please like and share this one, particularly if you do have people who fall into that category. You got a coworker who's always dating the wrong person and getting themselves into trouble or in a mess. And this is also good, like if I said you have teenagers or young adults who could use some good sorting out type questions to help them in making the right selection. Because sometimes we find somebody, they seem too good to be true, but they are actually a perfect partner. And then sometimes people seem too good to be true and they're a nightmare. So, and if you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Mark Webb. I'm the marriage specialist. And this is a video series that I produce on a regular basis, just trying to educate people, trying to make your life a little bit simpler, because there's just so much work I can do outside of my office, where I have a private practice doing marriage counseling and couples therapy. So anyway, let's jump into these. So the first one I want you to ask yourself is, do you tend to sabotage your relationship? So before you start observing the other person, what is your history? Do you tend to be too needy in a relationship? Do you exhaust them? Are you too demanding? Are you too selfish? Take a good hard look in the mirror, because sometimes the problem is you. And I would encourage you to start there in your evaluation. Now, if you get past it and you go, I think overall I'm a pretty good person, then you move on to this next question. What is the other person's history? What do you know about them? And I do encourage you to listen to what other people have to say. Not overly, but you do need to want to know, does this person have a bad reputation? Have they been in a lot of trouble? Have they broken a lot of hearts? Have they done a lot of things that you really don't want to be involved with? What is their history? Are they a stand-up person or are they not? The other question is, number 3 is, what if they don't have a history? Now, I think that can be a red flag, because what if you can't find out anything about this person, period? And are they tight-lipped when it comes to their history? You don't know anything about their childhood, their adulthood. They don't really tell you anything. They're just this quiet type, but there's something seems to be kind of shady about it. So they're not just shy. There's something kind of awkwardly silent about it. Pay attention to that one. Are they too weak? Or are they too hard? A weak partner is going to let you carry all the weight in the relationship. And you don't want to end up being somebody's mom or somebody's daddy. You want a partner who's going to be well matched with you. But you also don't want somebody who's too hard, because someone who's too hard may be too demanding of you, and you can't ever jump through all the hoops that they want you to jump through, because there's constantly something going on there. So don't confuse weakness, kindness with weakness. That's not the same thing. But also don't confuse hardness with strength. Not the same thing. Do they seem to be jumping the gun? Now, you want a partner who's into you. You want somebody to have that enthusiastic desire for you, that they're really into you and they want to spend time with you. But what if you've only known them a short period of time and they're wanting to put a ring on it, they want to get married right away? This, to me, sometimes is a red flag, because this individual knows they can't keep their act up. So watch out for that one. I think it's good to have a kind of a long courtship to really get to know these people and get to know their family and what they're like. Maybe have some stressful situations come up and see, how do y'all handle these things. Number 6 is, are they truly genuine? A person who is genuine, truly genuine, they're going to be kind pretty much all the time, regardless of the stress level. So they're not going to be rude to waiters or service providers. They're just going to have this kind of calm demeanor about them that you can just tell this is a good person and they love life and they love people. Number 7 is, did they have a life before you? And what I'm talking about here is, how did this person spend their free time? Did they work all the time? Did they hunt all the time? Did they shop all the time? Were they always invested with their friends? What was their life before? So, because when you first start dating somebody, they tend to nix all of that. You won't see them doing any of the hunting or shopping or whatever. They're going to give all their time to you. But once the relationship gets kind of settled, they're going to jump back into these extracurricular activities. And are these things you're going to be okay with? Number 8, how do they handle conflicts? And I think this is a good thing to kind of pay attention to. You know, do they blow up? Do they have a quick temper? Do they pout? Do they withdraw as if to punish you? You know, do they handle things in this nice, calm, reasonable manner where they're willing to compromise? Number 9 is, are you ignoring the differences between you? And I think this is something, I like differences because it can make a relationship complete. That's something they're strong in, you're weak in, something you're strong in, they're weak in. Together, it's complementary. But what if you have really strong opposing political views, or we have different religious values, or just maybe socioeconomic values in general? You know, maybe they want to have children and you don't, or vice versa. Maybe they don't like dogs and you do. You know, don't ignore these differences because you will deal with them later on. Number 10 is they follow through with what they say. You want to be with somebody who keeps their word. That's very crucial. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. That's that. Number 11 is, are they interested in romance and intimacy? Intimacy and romance, that's what keeps a relationship youthful and vibrant and full of energy. And so you don't want to be with, you want to be somewhat mindful of someone who seems to show no interest in those kind of things. Or maybe that's all they think about. I would pay attention to those kind of extremes. Number 12 is, are they open to meeting your friends and family? If you see somebody who's really resistant to that, I would pay attention to it. I'd also encourage you to meet their friends and family, because you can learn a lot from those interactions. And then maybe pay attention to what are these people telling you about this individual that you're getting involved with. Number 13 is, you catch your partner telling little lies. Now, everybody knows lies undermine trust. And so pay attention. Is your partner, this new partner, is somebody who just tends to exaggerate, or they just tell straight up lies? But I would pay attention to those kind of things, because that can be an indication right there that you're going to be dealing with somebody who's going to be constantly challenging the certainty in this relationship. Somebody that you always got to keep one eye on. Number 14 is, what is your gut telling you? Far too often people ignore their gut instincts and they make excuses for why maybe it's acceptable to keep this person in your life. Don't ignore your gut. In the past, as your gut instincts told you, hey, don't get involved with this person, or get out of it, or get away from this person, and you ignored it and you wished you hadn't. Listening to your gut can save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And number 15 is, have you considered that maybe they really are actually the right person, that they maybe really are too good to be true? They're the perfect person for you. And if so, learn to just relax and enjoy that, and stop walking around on eggshells worrying about things that could go wrong, and maybe just enjoy the fact that this relationship is right. So hope I've given you some things to think about here. Please like and share this video, because I guarantee you know people who need to be hearing this stuff right now, and if not now, for later on. It just, like I said, be good knowledge, especially for young people, because those of us who are older, we always want to learn from our mistakes, and we wish we could pass our wisdom on to somebody else, and this is a simple way to do it. I'll put some additional resources down below for you that you might want to look into, where I have a lot of free articles and videos and things of that nature that are just right there below. So embrace your greatness. Have a great day. Thank you.